Guys, welcome back to another video. It is your girl Omotowa, and if this is your first time stopping by, you are most definitely welcome. And if you're a returning subscriber, thank you for tuning in to another video. Alright guys, so today I will be giving you guys a couple of tips for those of you guys or just whomever that might be looking to get an apartment, moving to an apartment, or just in the realms of things or thinking about the idea of just kind of getting their own space. I do know, getting an apartment, looking for apartments can be very stressful, so I wanted to share with you guys some tips that I have also learned during my apartment search. Rule number one when looking for an apartment or searching for an apartment is you definitely want to look at the surroundings. You want to make sure that you are in a safe environment. You do not want to be in a place where it's like drug dealers and burglars, and you don't want to be in a place that's too like closed door to where nobody really can see your apartment. You want to be in an area where it's open. You want to be in an area where it's safe. If you take out anything from this video, that should definitely be your priority when searching for an apartment, is making sure that surrounding area is safe. So rule number two is you definitely want to know about the leasing term. You don't just want to like sign things away, because I do know when you're apartment searching or when you do find an apartment, they typically just give you papers for you to sign, and they'd be like, oh, they just talk to you of like, here's what's on the form and you just need to sign. What I would recommend, or what I would say, is carefully read through everything, because sometimes they do be leaving in some stuff that you do need to like really read, and they write it in like really small bold prints, or like those little fonts where you can't even really read it. When you do find your apartment, want to read through the leasing term, read through the whole application, making sure it is what you want and it's providing everything they said they are providing. So you don't just want to sign and because once you sign, that's it. You want to figure out, do you want to have roommates, do you not want to have roommates? Because I know if you do have roommates, things are a bit more cheaper. Each person will be responsible for a certain amount to pay. Now if you are living alone, you don't have to worry about this, but if you are looking to get a roommate or find a friend or like a cousin or a family member to lease with, you definitely want to make sure you are picking a very good roommate. So definitely look into who you would want to be your possible roommate if you are looking to find a roommate to lease with. Another tip that I would say would be to determine your budget. Find out what needs to be paid for, what is required for you to pay. Obviously rent, electricity. Prioritize what needs to be paid, and then the rest you can like do for like maybe like outdoor expenses and all that stuff. But make sure you prioritize your bills, because your bills do come first. You do not want to mess up your credit. Make sure you know how much is coming in, how much is going out. And typically when people are getting an apartment, or if you are looking for an apartment, what I like to say is look for an apartment that is not outside of your range or lower than your range. Look for an apartment that is still within your range, and let's say, God forbid, if anything was to happen or you get fired or something, you can still ask somebody, hey, can I borrow this amount of money and I will give you back. So definitely put all of that into consideration when you are looking to lease an apartment or when you are in your search for an apartment. Another tip that I would give is think about your amenities. What do they have to offer? What are they giving you? Are the amenities that they're giving you, are you satisfied? Do you like what you're being given? So if you don't like it, you don't have to sign your lease. Listen, we're in a world where your voice matters. So if you're not liking what they're offering you, you don't have to take it, because at the end of the day, you are the one paying for it. So you definitely want to make sure that the amenities are nice. You do want to make sure that you use the amenities, because I know for me, if I'm going to sign a lease, I'm going to be using the pool, I'm going to be using the gym. So you definitely want to make sure that the amenities are what you expect, so you can truly enjoy where you stay. Another thing to consider when looking for an apartment or when you do sign your lease would be, what level of floor do you want to be in? I know there's first floor, second floor. I know for me, typically I don't like being on the first floor, because I don't like people like stumping. I don't like footsteps, especially if I'm trying to sleep. I don't need all that little footsteps. I want to be on the top floor. I want to make sure that nobody is stomping on my head when I'm sleeping. So you want to make sure that the level of where you'll be staying is good with you. You like the area, and it's something that you thoroughly enjoy. Nobody wants to be paying for rent in a place where they can't sleep at night, okay? Make sure your floor plan is exactly what you're getting. Another tip that I would say is you definitely want to make sure within the apartment that you're looking for, the communication is very effective. If you're talking with the leasing agent, make sure they're communicating with you everything you need to find out. You don't want to move in and they start telling you part Z that they didn't tell you during the whole tour process. That's why during tours I like to get out all my questions. I know for some apartments, for some of us youngies out there, some of us might need a co-signer. You definitely want to have a reliable co-signer if you are going to be needing a co-signer. Nobody wants a co-signer that is not reliable. Basically what a co-signer is, somebody that will jump into place if you are not able to pay rent. So your co-signer can be your parent, your grandma, your sister, your boyfriend, whoever that may be. You definitely want to have a reliable co-signer, because what happens is if you don't pay rent, when rent is due, not only are you messing up your credit, potentially you might get kicked out. Who would be responsible if you're not able to pay for rent during a certain month? And last but not least would be, do look into renters insurance. I know most apartment offer renters insurance, or if you have your own homeowners insurance, you can use that, but do look into renters insurance. And basically what that is that if anything was to happen, maybe a fire or anything, God forbid anything was to happen to your apartment, it would basically cover for everything. Those are definitely some tips if you're looking to get an apartment, if you're thinking to move into an apartment, or if you're just in the process of trying to get your own space. I hope this video definitely helps somebody out there. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you beautiful gems on my next video. Bye guys.